Because he's trying to take you out of business.
A few people are watching a YouTube video. I'm a detailer now.
You don't want to see it right now.
If you want to have a fight outside, you can do.
And he said, "Oh, just be careful. Like, it's got ceramic coating." I went, "There's absolutely nothing on this, mate, whatsoever."
I mean, I do have a detailing guy who comes in sometimes.
What? We're getting into it now. Details are shit. What the fuck are you doing here? Everyone, get him.
Hello and welcome to the Talk podcast, where we tell some stories that we should and some that we shouldn't. As always, I'm Misha from Mid-Dark Lanks.
I'm Tim from Leyland Car Care, My Prestige Plates.
And I'm Henry from HD Wraps, and this episode is sponsored by HD Wraps. So if you're your chance to win a 50% discount off a D-Chrome or a black pack, then just keep tuned and answer the question at the end.
Today we're joined by Joe from Blake Car Care.
You all right?
And we're also joined by Graham from Dent Detail PDR.
Cheers for having us.
So we're talking today about how and what happens in that industry. You know, is it worth it being detailing? Is it having your car detailed? Is it worth it? Is it, dents, the removal of them, body shop wise? What do they look like at shows? You rock up to these shows and I've been to and worked at some big shows, and some of the cars I've seen on display and expensive cars as well have been shocking. But then I get it. I do get, there's some people who are into it, some people are not, some people want it wrapped. Between us all, we've seen vehicles. You just had a beautiful Aston Martin on the shop floor, and that guy wanted the dents taken out, and
it was tiny.
Yeah, exactly. It was tiny, but he wanted it taken out, didn't he? Because when you have something like that, some people look after them and some people don't. I've had Aston Martins in here that have been horrendous, so that's what we're kind of talking about tonight. What do you guys kind of think? Go into the detailer first.
Yeah, so literally this week I've had a Lamborghini Hurricane in, and the guy, he's had it all fully PPF'd, top to bottom, and then he's asked me to detail it, even though it's been PPF'd, and then he's going through it with a fine toothbrush with like the detail inside, the ceramic coat inside. So I've coated the PPF with Halo, what goes on top of ceramic PPF, alloys coated, interior coated, and I've done 3 days on it. He's come to look at it and found a bubble underneath the PPF. So you can't see it unless you're looking for it, and he's organised it now to go back to get redone. Full back end. I've just spent 3 days on it, and then he's taking it back now to get redone.
So
going
from what you've just said then, and I don't understand this, and you could probably help me, and you could probably help me with this, is I don't understand this ceramic in wrap or ceramic in the PPF. I don't understand it. I thought that PPF was the protector.
Some of them are now, aren't they? Like some have got self-healing, aren't they? And
for me, if I was to have, say, like the E30 and have it PPF'd, why would I have it then ceramic? So, explain.
It's pros and cons. So, like some PPF, well, most of them now sell it as self-healing. So you probably don't need the ceramic on it.
All right, so there are PPFs that don't self-heal.
Yeah, or built-in ceramic as well.
Right,
like
okay, I didn't know that.
Hydrophobic layer on it as well, don't they? So
yeah, but it's the cleaning product though, isn't it? It makes it simpler when you come to clean the car.
So it is down to the cleaning of the car. So it's not the protection of the car.
No, it's
more
protecting the film that you've just paid grands for.
Yeah.
This is where I get confused, because I'm in the world of thinking that the film is doing the protecting. So now you're protecting the film that's protecting the car.
Yeah, of course. No, because the film is protecting the car from the chips.
Right.
It doesn't protect the car from getting dirty. The ceramic coating protects the car from
maintenance,
the film.
isn't it?
Right, okay.
So like maintenance-wise.
And this is the difference between details and autos.
Yeah, of course.
Because we're all about cars being clean. That's it. Just cleaning
That's
in and
right,
out.
yeah. That's right.
And all the rest of it. But this is why it's good to talk about this.
Well,
'cause I
yeah,
don't
he's trying to
understand
take you
it.
out of business by ceramic coating all the charge.
They're doing themselves out of business.
Well, not really, but they're charging what they're charging.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Oh no, I need to up my prices. Put it that way. Yeah, but I think from like the ceramic coating on top of a PPF, like you said, it's more so then the owner then can enjoy cleaning it on a weekend. Where a lot of people with that kind of money, with the cars like that, will just take it to a valeter, detailer, or anything for like a weekly, monthly package.
And I do
basic.
get that.
But
Yeah.
I think I've told this bloke, I said, because he likes his cars, loves his cars, I said, I've coated now, so you're not even touching the PPF, because he was worried about marking the PPF and whatnot. I said, I've coated the PPF now, so then you can just basically minimal wash on a Sunday, whatever, enjoy it without worrying about ruining the PPF side, because you'll know anyway, PPF is flipping expensive, isn't it, to do a car now?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Stupidly expensive. So I think where the detail and ceramic coating comes into it is like it's a happy medium between protection without going into the thousands and thousands of PPFing. So
And then you've obviously dealt from like the body shop side of stuff. What do you think?
I think they've all got the places for it. I mean, obviously, like, the customers that we're all dealing with, they're all that type of customer that looks after the car. Like said, that Aston Martin, you cleaned it for us every week. That dent I looked at it and I thought, even me, that's my job to fix dents. I thought, why are you bothering, mate? It's just that small and that tiny, but people want them doing. So if they go in that far to fix a dent you're talking something like that, they're then going to spend the money to get it PPF'd, coated.
It's
the
more
same
like
time.
they'll bug them, isn't it? That's why, because
Yeah.
they know it's there. Like a lot of my customers will look at something, a minor scratch or even swirl marks. Even like if they see it, I had a guy a few weeks ago with a black X5. He loved his car, and then every time he went to a petrol station under the lights, he realised it was full of swirls and holograms and everything. So he kept bugging him for a few months until he realised it needs what I do, detailing side, the machine polishing side, and it just irritates, doesn't it? Really, that like a minor
It does.
dent
I
or
do
something.
get that. I
Yeah.
do.
So it'll irritate you if it's sat on drive every day, and you're going into your car every day and seeing a minor dent or something like that. It will bug you, won't it?
You don't want to see it, and that's what half the customers come in and say. That I did it was a red Mustang, but yeah, it must have been 2 years ago, and he parked it. His driveway was on a bit of a slant, and he parked it reversing it up, and from his kitchen he could just see down one side of it, and he said, I can just see that bloody dent every single time he makes his cornflakes in the morning. There's a dent there. And as I explained to you before, like, it took me longer to get my gear out my van and fix a dent, but it was like completely made up that it was gone. So you get them customers that do want that.
A fair play to them though, you know. That's
yeah.
what, if they like the cars and they've got a nice car, and you're going to look after it, aren't you?
Yeah,
Right,
of course.
Like the people are keeping the cars longer now as well, aren't they? So
Yeah.
3-5
Well, that's
years,
the
isn't
other-
it? As well.
that is another good point, you know.
They're
Keeping cars,
yeah, I
like
know, yeah.
collectibles,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And like I was saying before, like the cars now, like from the 90s even, they're like collectibles now. So like, them are coming back on scene as well, aren't they? So there's money out there to do with all that now, and they want to look after them, because if they're looked after, they're worth more, aren't they? Basically, so it's simple as.
Yeah, I was going to say, because obviously I don't see it as, I mean, it's bad to say, but it's not a necessity, is it?
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? It is a luxury. It's like when
Yeah.
COVID hit, I was thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen now? Because people don't want to spend money, but they do. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't have to do these things, but they want to do it because it's, it's their pride and joy.
Absolutely.
That's it, innit? Like if something goes wrong with your car mechanically, you're getting that fixed first. We're the last. If you got spare money, basically, especially like what I do, and
Yeah.
sort of more towards you.
Detailing
It's,
side is hard,
yeah.
isn't it? It's like valeting. Everyone wants a car clean, don't they? Everyone wants the car shiny, like weekly, monthly, even or whatever. But detailing now, I found from jumping over from valeting to detailing, I'm trying to push more of the detailing, and every day I get a phone call or a message or an email saying, I want my car doing this, but they ain't got a clue what detailing is.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like explain to him like the difference between valeting and detailing, which is like I class it as valeting's like just cleaning the car, deep cleaning your car, and then the detailing is more like you're for
Yeah.
polishing, machine polishing.
Valeting's is like maintenance,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
detailing is enhancement.
Yeah, like
You know, it's like having a beautiful watch, jewellery, you know, having it done properly. Whereas valeting is like washing your clothes.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
cleaning the
yeah,
things that you've got, clean
yeah.
your house and all the rest of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So yeah, that's where.
That's what people don't
Differences.
realise, though, do they? Like,
No.
and that's what I'm trying my best on socials to like push the detailing side, because, like I said, valeting. But then some people might want it because ceramic coating is now getting out there. Now people are saying, "Well, my mate's had his car something to do with some ceramic coating job. I won't mind doing."
Yeah.
And then so people are getting more and more into the ceramic coating side, but that's more like detailing in house. Really, there is some ceramics we can do on a drive, but
Shouldn't be, should you?
ideally
Just
indoors.
a tiny bit of dust.
Yeah, stuff like that, and
Some sandstone ceramics.
exactly, yeah.
Do you
And
think
like,
that's where the line is then? With
I think so, yeah.
Because I think people do struggle to
is, yeah.
figure out what that line is.
And like, if you're not into your cars or like you don't know what from just want a general wash or detailing, but then someone's told them they want the car detailing, I get it all the time. Like, I had a guy, I want my car detailing. I went, yeah, so I sent him over my detailing price list, and then he went, no, just want it buffing. I went, well, that's machine polishing, like that's the detailing side. He went, I'm not paying that, so I just want it. So he went for my entry level valet, but he wants it machine polishing. I went, well, that's the detailing. So I went back and forward for like a good few messages, and then eventually just went for my entry level valet. So it's like with a hand buff, hand polish.
Yeah.
But he's been told he wants a detail, like, but then doesn't want. So it is confusing.
See, I think it's just up to us doing everything that we do,
Yeah.
put it out there
It
as
isn't
much as we can to show him.
to show what.
What's actually involved?
What is it? Yeah, I try my best on my socials to describe it and tell people, and I am getting through to a lot of people now, and like older generation are now coming for like getting the car detailed, ceramic coated, protected, proper. But there's still a few what are like, yeah.
Well, you do have the American market where detailing is
That's what it's
valeting.
called, isn't it?
So, yeah, so it's
Auto
confusing
detailing.
on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get that confusion.
Yeah, and like, I don't want to. Well, it's like a few now since COVID's hit and all. Like, a few more people are doing the valeting, but instead of like going from valeting, working your way up to detailing, someone's just set up a business called detailing, and it's like they don't even offer detailing packages. You know what I mean?
I was going to bring this up
Right.
as what your
Yeah.
thoughts
Yeah.
were, because we do have a lot of
Keywords.
people that
Yeah.
kind of brand themselves as
Detailers.
detailers,
Yeah.
but it is,
And-
when you look into the work, it
Yeah.
is quite a...
I-
What do you think about that? Because there's loads of people that do just, they do it on their own vehicle, and then they want to start implementing and making money
Yeah.
off it.
That's what I started. I started doing that, and then but I've never classed myself as a detailer, and it's only been this past year really I've kind of felt in the bracket of calling myself a detailer for what work I'm doing. But a few people have already told me, so you've been detailing for years, but I don't want to put myself as a detailer because I know and I respect the people who have been detailing for years and years and years, where I've just classed myself as a valeter.
Do you have
like,
any
years ago.
advice for those people that are trying to get into it and put their practice into
Yeah.
into work? Is there any courses or anything that people can do?
Oh, yeah.
Or...
There's loads of training courses. If you go onto like a detailer or a well-known detailers and whatnot, they all offer training days, don't they, and shadows and all that. And by all means, go and spend the day with them. That's how you're going to learn off other people. And like I'm starting in my new place now, training days for like bring your own car, work on your own car, and or if I got a car in, shadow me and stuff like that. But it's trying to find the happy medium between valeting and detailing, where like I was saying before, like few people are watching a YouTube video, I'm a detailer now.
Yeah.
And like,
Do you,
you know what
can
I
I
mean?
jump? Do you find all is a worry that it can saturate it? Because I get asked a lot, do I do trading? Do what I do? And I'll just flat out say
Well,
no.
not necessarily. I don't think it will, because
No.
I think they'll probably do it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
It's like the same, because we're talking about doing sort of an academy out as well. And I think to myself, there are only two kinds of people. Do you know what I mean? The people who are going to do it properly, and people who are going to do it half-hearted. And if they're going to do it properly, then yeah, okay, it's going to be saturated. But the majority of them are not.
But don't forget, the other side is the business side.
Yes.
marketing,
Headache.
accounting, all that kind of stuff. You know, you might be able to make a Lamborghini look shiny,
Yeah.
but to run it as a business,
I find that. Yeah, it's like going back to what we said before. It's like people watch our videos and look at us on Instagram and think, Christ, he's doing all right. Like, fair play. I want a bit, and I've had loads of. I get messages all the time about how do you start. So I give them all the advice in world, because at the end of the day, there's that many cars out there now for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been a problem with like anyone jumping on it, and I can't say it. I've only been doing it full time 6 years, so I'm new to the game really. So I get it, but it's like helping them to do it right, because I've done a few other cars come to me after they've been somewhere else and like absolutely destroyed it, and it's because they've never really had that experience. They've probably watched a YouTube video a few times and thought, I can do it, job's a good one, and then like you said before, 6 months later they're not doing it no more because their head's not in it.
Yeah.
And like realise it's not just cleaning cars,
And
or-
it's hard work.
It's
It's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
work.
Oh,
It's
shit.
like
Yeah.
24/7.
You
You,
don't
so you
have
go
to
to
sleep.
sleep, you're still thinking about the job you
Yeah.
just
Yeah, of course
finished,
you
or
are.
whether it is finished
It
or
don't
not, or
stop
whether
when you
in the
finish your
morning you
five.
can go back in
No.
and make it better before the
Exactly.
customer comes in.
Yeah.
You know, there are people out there that will go to sleep and just sleep.
Not asked. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're the people that won't last.
No, I don't. Like you were saying before, Tim, like it's a full-time job after you go home. So
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
go home, what I try to do now is like I try to do the practical work at work, and then come home and then spend 2 hours at home, and then you're going into like 7, 8 at night every night doing the social media side, replying to people, and then you feel arrogant then because you've not replied in time, and then you're trying to chase your tail with them, and then there's always something like midnight easiest replying to people or invoices and stuff like that. So
I think that's the case with every business, though, isn't it?
Oh,
Anyone
yeah,
who's
yeah.
an entrepreneur
Oh,
or
you're
works for
wrong.
themselves, they're always in that same position of think, oh crap, if I don't reply to it, I'm going to lose that job.
yeah.
Which
you've
you can
grown,
understand it.
You've grown your like YouTube and all that massively.
Mm.
You know, so you know like the business
Yeah.
side of it, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, people see the 9 to 5 of what we can post through the day now, but they don't see everything
Behind the
backstage.
scenes.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll film a 10-minute repair video of doing a repair start to finish. Yeah, it's only 10 minutes to watch it, but that'll take me 3 hours of editing, chopping, starting, voicing it, AI wording it. So
Yeah, I can't get my head around that yet.
yeah, you get on the AI, it's
Oh.
helpful.
It's more like
That's why he's doing it in 3 hours.
I got yeah. I mean, it's like going back to that editing side of it and the social side. Like some people are absolutely smashing the like vlogging style videos now, aren't they? And like putting video, and I just cannot pick the camera up. If I'm on a car for like a day rate job, I'm concentrating on that car.
Yeah.
Like instead of picking the phone up for like 10 minutes and then moving it and then editing it and all that. I used to do it, and for sake of 4 likes and things like that, I just lost interest in it and then concentrate on it. But like to make you like probably like you know, like the YouTube side of things, you need to do it to like, get your name out there. And it's like
You do in a way, but we're busy every
yeah, exactly, yeah.
and social media is not our main thing.
Yeah,
Google, websites, and physical interaction.
yeah. Word of mouth.
Yeah,
Word of mouth.
all that.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well, because I didn't really have a presence on social media for a long time, just because it was word of mouth.
Yeah.
And it's not
Um,
your main thing, is it?
It's not, but I have had a few like high-end clients come through the social media
you
side.
so
But
you'll
if you,
get.
I don't know if you've noticed or anything, but I've not really posted properly for ages. I've just
Yeah.
reposted
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
one
I've
of
seen that,
the
yeah.
guys' posts or one of my customers' posts, because I've just like, it gets to a point where you have to step back a minute and think, right, I need to focus on what I'm doing, be in the moment, and then move on. It's like you say, going back and back and forth with your phone. Whenever I set my phone up to record, it rings.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I'm
It's always
do
and
not
then
disturb,
I'll go back
yeah.
to doing what I'm doing,
Yeah,
and then I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm already like 3 or 4 steps ahead of
yeah.
where I was before,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, right, now I have to do that again on another car. But you're on a deadline. Everything comes in. It needs to go out. So
I'm same. Like,
unless you've got somebody there constantly doing it for you, it's difficult to do as a business owner and somebody who manages themselves.
it is hard. That side of it, isn't it? Headache, because that's the hardest bit, isn't it? What people don't see is the aftermath of like getting home, sorting the bookings out, editing side of it. I try my best with like picture-wise videos. I try my best, but I'm never happy. Like I'm forever editing a video, and then I've done a walk around set, and there's 2 drips coming out of side mirror or wing mirror, and I have to delete it, and I think that's it then, I can't bloody go back now. So
seeing a bit of rubbish in the background.
Oh yeah, things like the cloth, and I have to pick the cloth up, like when my old unit, and especially the new unit now, that's why downstairs is like a showroom, because I don't want anything on shore, because it'll bug me having like something on shore.
Image, innit?
Yeah, so it's like, but then if I do leave something, if I've done a video of a walk around and there's like a cloth or something, I have to remove it, and it's like, then I'm just like lost interest then, and then customers here then to pick it up. So then I've like forgot about it. Then I've done probably 3 days on a car, and then not got the videos or pictures to show for it, because I've been messing about sorting that out.
You've got to have the right job as well, aren't you? Sometimes if you know you've got one, so your job's probably get left with you for a few days. For me, some of them are in and out in 2 hours. If I get a big job in that customer's happy to just leave it with me, then I'll think, right, I'm going to spend a bit of time on that. Like I've got a Model 3, not next week, the week after, and it's proper smash. But he's leaving that with me for as long as I want, so I'll go out my way and maybe spend some time, a couple hours on a Sunday, get some decent hours on it, because I know my phone won't be going off.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I'll just turn it on bloody airplane mode.
But that's the thing as well, it's like sometimes when you set up to record, even if, because I've got like a GoPro kind of thing as well, which will do it, but then, like you say, running your own business, you get called off. You know, so there are gaps in between the videos where I'm like gone for like 15, 20 minutes, and then you've got to go back and edit and all the rest of it. And it's not an easy task just to put a phone there and just record and carry on.
But again, we're not like getting into like overthinking it.
Well, yeah, you are.
Know, like,
but
like
then everything is overthought, especially what you see out there.
Being across the road, we are busy every single day, and if there's a cloth in the back of a picture, I don't. For me, I'm not really that bothered.
I can't sleep at
night.
night.
Like, all sorts going on here, and it's like at the end of the day, your business is there to earn you money. Do you know? Not how many likes or what somebody thinks about you. Do you know? It's about the money going into the bank account. Do you know, that's what you run a business for. And like I say, I probably don't do the most perfect pictures and videos and all the rest of it. And it's kind of a working atmosphere, you know, that we kind of just do. This car's in now, this fire engine's in now, this truck's
Off
in now.
the cuff type stuff.
Yeah, like things are happening during the day. Washing machine's full of cloths, as you can see just there. Do you know, it happens. But then we're busy every day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. For me,
today.
It's got to be different though, because obviously, if say I'm recording myself doing something like I've got a McLaren in at the moment, and the doors are off, bumpers off, it's high up in the air, it's absolutely stripped down to bare bone. Now, me as somebody who owned that vehicle, that's my pride and joy. I don't want to see it in that shape.
True.
And he's always saying, "Oh, can you send us some pictures?" I'll do it tonight. I'll do it tonight. But I'm like, you don't want to see it right now.
I don't think of that.
Some people, I mean, I do it. Some of my videos, if I'm taking something apart, I'll film that and take it apart. And if the customer's happy with it, I'll ask if it's a big one. I'll always ask and say, "Am I alright posting it or documenting it, or whatever?" Sometimes if it's an overnight job, I'll just send them updates throughout the day. Some people do like it, and some of them don't want to see anything.
I offer, like I said, do you want me to keep you posted throughout the day? And then what I need, what I always should ask really now is, because I obviously find imperfections and defects on the paint, or like if they've had a body shop job repair, smart repair, I'll find it. And I ask them before they go, do you want me to tell you what I find?
I was about to say, don't you feel awkward doing that? Because I do.
Yeah.
I don't want them to bring me something that they're really chuffed with.
I've had it a few times.
you know it's been in the smash, don't you? You know what I mean? It's like,
not long ago.
But then you've got to say it, or else you might get the blame.
I feel guilty, mate, because then they might even think like we've done it or something like that. So like I always like do it before and after, before walk around, pointing things out where I can see whilst the car's dirty, and then get it inside under lights. And then I do like a walk around of underneath, like with the paint depth reader, lights on it and all that.
You got to cover yourself.
And I do it all the time, and then I record it for myself anyway. And then I said, "Do you want me to tell you what I found?" And most of them do. They want to find out. And then one guy, he's going to bug me what car it was, and he sold it. I ended up detailing. I carried on doing the job, detailed it all, spent God knows how much with me. And then 3 months later, he brought a new car, and I said, "Where's the other?" And he went, "Got rid." He said, "It just bugged me knowing that this happened.
Yeah.
Like, all back end. It was an SVR, black SVR, and the rear bumper must have had a little bump or something. And it had a respray on the back bumper of an SVR, and the colour weren't right under the lights, and you can tell. And it was and then it just annoyed him that much. Like, it had a scuff or something, and once upon a time, and got rid.
Sometimes you feel bad telling the customer, but if you don't tell them and something goes wrong, it's on your head.
Oh, yeah.
Like I had a Pearl Red Model 3 in today, and like 3-stage pill, and then the paint's bloody expensive to do. And he had a dent on the dog's leg, back of the arch. And I looked up to it and thought, something's not right with that. It's been painted, obviously. I was a paint sprayer for 16 years. I used to paint Tesla, so I know if the paint's going to be dodgy or it's had something done, you see loads of pinholes in it. It's like it's filler behind that. And where the dent was, I had to glue pull it. I had to pull it from the outside, so that means me gluing tabs onto their paintwork, warming it
all
up,
the
pulling
bog.
it. And if I do that, I don't warn the customer, and I pull it and a big bloody chunk of filler comes off it, it's on my head to pay for that to get rectified. So you just tell them beforehand and say, look, I can do this, you run the risk of this. Or if they're at the stage of, right, no matter what, they're getting it fixed, sometimes they say, bugger it, go for it. If you can't fix it, I am going to get it fixed anyway. But if you don't tell them, you think, oh, I'll be fine, I pull a load of paint off it, shit. You're then paying for that and you've lost the job anyway.
Yeah.
We had
Cover yourself.
Cover your
a
arse, innit?
beautiful Fiat Doubler in recently. I think I rang you up and told you that.
Yeah.
And they had it fully painted in red. And then literally a day or two after, got it fully wrapped.
No way.
So we had to de-sticker it.
You know where that's
And-
going.
Yeah. The first little bit we were pulling off, the whole thing were coming off.
He's like on the phone. Have you ever had this? No.
Yeah.
No. Why would they do that?
There was no choice. The stickers had to come off it because the company unfortunately went into liquidation. So the stickers had to come off it, the wrap had to come off, and we were literally just pulling it off. And
But it doesn't matter
all
when
the-
you're taking them off. It's still going to happen.
It's gonna come off.
Yeah, because it's not cured.
Yeah. So it was
4
horrendous.
6 weeks in it, and he's cured.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
And this went on 2 days after.
Oh dear hell.
Whose fault is that?
And even still, there's still a chance it will pull it off anyway.
Yeah.
Well, people are not talking, innit?
Yeah.
Body shop.
That's what I mean,
like,
companies,
is it-
rappers have put it on.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
The
just too
rappers
eager
shouldn't
to
have
get
put
the
it on.
job.
If they know that that's been painted that soon, they shouldn't have put it on. So it's not the body shop to go around and say, well, just in case you're thinking of wrapping it or PPFing it, just don't do it for 2 months.
But then was there any communication between the two? The body shop might have just done the job and thought, right, cheers, see you later.
Yeah, you won't
And
do
then
that
they
at
just
all.
drove it straight to
Yeah.
the
It's
wrapping
It's not the body
company.
shop's fault, is it?
You know.
I
and-
wouldn't have said so.
No, it's well, it's the
Yeah,
owner,
you're only,
innit?
you're only saying that because you come from a body shop. It's not the rapper's fault either.
Again, it was done by a company, so it'll have been staff who probably didn't
Yeah.
really care. They want their mission is to get
Get
that
this
done.
wrapped. Yeah.
You know, the wrapping company may have said, "Oh, it's too damaged. We need you to go and get it painted or sorted out before we can put the wrap on." They've gone there, lack of knowledge, boom, and then 5 years later, it ends up in here. We're pulling it off like a 1920s house, you know, like wallpaper, you know. And that's what it was left with. And red's not red's horrendous anyway,
yeah.
you know, as we know.
Yeah, because you said you wanted to put some on that, and I said
And
no,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
bother.
you said you
So
weren't
because
doing
that
it,
lacquer on that is so
Oh, yeah.
thin, you'll have a night headache by the time it comes to take it off.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No,
No chance.
No.
unless it's going to stay on forever, I'd just say yeah, go for it. But it's just a beautiful car as it is.
So,
Welcome to HD Wraps, where automotive transformation reaches new heights. With our unparalleled expertise, we craft custom vinyl wraps for both commercial and personal vehicles, offering a spectrum of colors, textures, and designs to suit every taste. From sleek sports cars to rugged trucks, our skilled wrappers meticulously apply the design that redefines style and identity. Whether you seek bold graphics that command attention or subtle accents that exude sophistication, our craftsmanship knows no bounds. Join the ranks of satisfied clients who have entrusted us with their most prized possessions and experience the seamless fusion of artistry and engineering that defines HD Wraps. Our bespoke services are meticulously tailored to intricate details, unique color palettes, or even personalized design that reflects your individuality. Our team at HD Wraps is dedicated to bringing your vision to life and to walk you through the process. Your journey to automotive excellence begins here with our exclusive made-to-order service.
One of the other things I want to bring up is between you two. If you want to have a fight outside, you can do. But obviously, there's been beef in the world of body shops versus detailers. So, can you both look at each other and explain that?
Well, I'm not in the body shop anymore, so I can say what I want.
No, I've never personally been in it. Well, I'm keep myself to myself anyway, but I've never heard anything bad from a body shop slagging detailers off.
Well, I've heard it and seen it. Yeah.
I've not, but I can understand why, probably because we're just
Making their work look better.
Yeah, we're enhancing the work.
Say it as it is.
Come on, explain.
I think it's just the case of I was a paint sprayer. We can polish. We do polishing. That's what we do. The car comes out, we paint it, we polish it.
But I can vouch you was a good one at that as well.
That was all right.
Yeah.
That was good.
I'll throw a few
So
chips on.
there's this preconception from the body shop world that I see it. I've seen it online. I've seen it in person, where there's this battle between the body shop world and the details, and body shop guys are going, "There's glorified
Yeah, I can imagine.
body shop lines," and then details obviously have their side where we're enhancing, protected. So
I guess it's just down to the level of each person. I mean, I know body shops who are shit, and they're not going to charge as much as whatever you charge to do your polishing jobs because they're not doing a higher quality job. Obviously, it's still connections in a network and body shops, and I can name you 50 body shops if I wanted. I can give you crap ones, I can give you good ones. You will find the good ones won't have an issue with it because they know what the level is.
Yeah, true.
I think you find it's the ones who aren't doing as good a job. Is like, well, how's he charging that much for something that we can do? Well, you've got off your ass and made yourself your own business and doing a high quality job. I think it's jealousy at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
I've seen I've had a few jobs in where I've had body shop jobs or whatever, and smart repairs. And to be fair, I've not had bad things, but I've had sanding marks or holograms from
holograms,
rotary. So they've just I can imagine it's been a resprayed, good respray, but then the finishing rotary marks.
Yeah.
And all it needs is an extra pass to get rid of the rotary. And I can get it, but
that'll do.
No,
do you know what I mean? The money ran out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
That just says where it was.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean? It's what level are you paying for?
Yeah,
it's obviously where Graham started. Do you know what I mean? It's that level was a different level.
Also,
do you know what I mean?
You've got the world of trade as well. So trade is, again, so there's less money in trade. So it's in and out.
Jobs,
and
which
you'll go
much.
to main dealers, and some of the cars, again, working in main dealer world, you'll see these cars that are literally chucked on the pitch, and when the sun comes out, oh my God, hologram city. Do you know? But they're doing a job.
Yeah,
do you know?
I get that.
It's they're not paying for a detail.
No.
And again, coming to this, to give your insight on the world of dealerships, they sell these protection packages and all the rest of it. And the valeters on the dealerships get a lot of stick. They do. I see on these detailing forums, they get loads of stick, but there's no actual thought process into, a dealership is not going to be spending £800 detailing a car, Vauxhall Astra, for that customer.
Yeah, but they're charging £800. That's my piss take.
What do you mean?
Well,
some of them do.
Dealerships now are charging £800,000 to put this.
I think Mercedes are doing it now as well, aren't they?
Range
They've got
Rover,
their own packages.
Range Rover doing £1,100. They'll say we'll sort you out. We'll do it for £800. We'll ceramic coat your car and protect it. But they'll just, like you said, get the lad on it. And I'm not calling the valeters at all. I'm calling the dealerships.
So this is my point. It's not the valeters.
It's not the valeters. No,
because they're getting paid and I've been there and done it and seen it. They're getting a $5.
They're doing a $5 a car.
And also they're getting. You've got to understand from the dealership side of stuff, it's like they're pushing cars out, to get 8-9 cars out in a day. For one valeter to do 8-9 cars, to get them out the door.
Time's not there.
I get
it's
it.
not going to be a problem.
I get that. I feel sorry for the valeters because a few of my mates are the valeters on dealerships and all that, and they're smashing 10-20 cars a day.
Yeah.
And grafting away. But what annoys me is the dealership side, the salesmen are upselling this bloody, we'll detail your car now for like 800 quid, but they'll just send it to the valeters, they'll do the wash on it and then put the protection on it, but they're locking in then the swirls and the holograms and everything. That's what I'm annoyed at. And
again, it's not even the salesman. I don't think it's the salesman either. They've got a job to sell it. They have so many things that they have to hit. It's the dealership mentality. It goes to the top of the tree. The dealership of going, right, we're going to basically con the customer with this protection package. Salesman, you've got to do it. Sell however many in a month. Valeter, you've got to do the physical job. And then the people, detailers especially, go online and instead of bashing the dealership, they bash the detail. The valeter. Yeah. Do you know? That's what annoys me a little bit, because I've seen these pictures as well where they'll put a picture of a valeter on a pitch and they'll be washing a car with a brush. And it's like, but he's getting paid probably 80 quid a day.
To do 20 cars.
Get your detailing kit, go to that dealership and do it for the 80 quid. Oh, shut up. And the one thing I've got to say about the detailing industry is, without the valeters, you ain't got an industry. Without the people with the brushes and the bad washing techniques and all the rest of it, so if every single person, we got rid of every valeter, every body shop guy at these holograms, and we had everybody doing everything perfect, there's no detailing industry. And these cars are going to be so clean all the time. And what it'd be good to see is like detailers going, do you know what? We actually respect the people creating our industry. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like the guys you've had in recently, the bad washing techniques, the bad buffing techniques from body shop, they're creating what you're doing.
Yeah, I won't be in a job without them.
No. Yeah. But it's one of them things. But again, not yourself, because I know you and you don't do that toxic lifestyle that these detailers do. But it's wound me up over years, and I used to sit there thinking like, oh my God.
I get it from both sides.
These people, one, it's all comes down to money and business. It all comes down to money, business, and time. Yeah,
that's it.
And two, this is your industry being made. That's the way it is.
Yeah, I get it from both sides. So from like the valeting side, like I said, they've got 20 cars to do within the day. Right? That's some grafting doing that side. And then you go to the detailing side. And I said it today, I've had a brand new, straight from showroom, Turbo S-ing, and it's full of marks, like defects.
Brand new. And you're
talking 220 grand car, this Turbo S, and like it's just full of like little defects and wash marks there. And they tried to upsell a £1,000 job to the owner, and he said, no, I'm taking it to someone else. And I've done it, but it's not bad. It's not like, it's on a 200 grand car, but you don't expect them. That's what I'm saying. And I said, end of the day, you shouldn't be. And the guy came, picked it up and said, oh my God, this is how it should come out to the showroom. Yeah. Which if you're paying 200 grand, it should be really. And then like, he literally today he said that. He said like, they offered me the package. But I've had packages from the dealership before where they've like done a used 6-month car, washed it with a brush, and then put the ceramic on top of the swirls.
It's pointless, isn't it?
So I was like, don't advertise it.
Exactly.
But that's not. I'm not calling the valeters. It's the salesman, then, isn't it?
Well, it's the dealership. It's the dealership, because the salesman, again, it comes down to the salesman being push targets. They're just doing a job as well as the valeter. Yeah. Do you know? And it's the dealership's mentality. This is what I try and put across. It's not the valeter. It's not the salesman. It's not the service department. It's the dealership mentality of, we are wanting to just take these people's money. We're going to blag them into all these different things, and that's the way it is.
Get the money out of it.
Yeah, and then get the money out of it. We're going to put on this salesman, he's got to sell so many of these a month. Yeah. So he is going to just go, oh, right, I've been probably half trained or no training at all. Do you know, this does this, and it's amazing. The valeter's then just going, next, production line, next. And then the owner of the vehicle that you've just been handed is like, what the hell's this?
Well, I'll tell you what, about before Christmas, September new reg comes out, doesn't it? So it would have been about October. I had a brand new, and I think I did put it all over my social media to like make people aware. It was a Porsche Cayenne GTS.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Did you see it? 150 odd grand car, and I did a 50-50 of like he paid £1,000 to the Porsche.
Was it a black one?
Yeah, yeah.
It might have come to me that because I had a K10 that come, and that was a black one, and he had a Dent. Where was his Dent now? He's on
On
a dog
front
or
end?
something. No, that might have been a different one. And it's a similar situation. He had his pretty new, and wherever the dent was, obviously I polished myself where the area is, and he said, "Oh, just be careful. Like, it's got ceramic coating." I went, "There's absolutely nothing on this, mate, whatsoever." Polish a strip, and obviously you could just see the dark glossy,
yeah,
and then like the pale
Grey,
marks
like,
outside.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "There's no
Nothing.
coating on that."
Well, so I showed him this 50-50 of like, it were bad. Did you see it? It were bad, and it really ticked me off because it were like 150 grand car. He's paid £1,000 to Porsche to get it all done, and God knows what they've done. They must have used a brush on it and then put the ceramic or whatever kind of guard they'd use, and it's gone like a hazy grey,
Pale.
cloudy colour
Yeah.
over black paint.
Yeah.
So I did a 50-50, and it was amazing for me because like it would be 50-50 clear as
Dead
day.
easy to see.
Yeah, and so I showed the owner and I said, listen, this is like.
Is that caused through moisture underneath it while they were doing it?
I think it's not been wiped off proper.
Right.
So I reckon they've just put this,
Not left it to cure.
not
The
left it
excess.
secure.
It's just-
I think they might
yeah,
have
the
buffed it
excess.
off it or like left it as a haze on it, and it's cured on it, but hazy. So then I've shown the owner it, and he's like fuming. And then so I've sent him loads of pictures, and sent it to the dealership, the pictures and the email and all that. And they went, no questions asked, sound just full refund. And off the £1,000 they charged him, so he got a full refund on that. And I charged him what I charged him. He got that back as well. So
Fair enough.
they're not even
really.
asked. Like dealerships probably know they're doing this.
They're probably just seeing who bites and questions
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Joe Boggs outside's not going to notice that probably, are they? Like they're going to see a brand new nice car, shiny, jobs are good 'un. And but if you bring it into like places like this with the lights and everything, you're going to see it. So it's hard to like level it
No, I
out.
get it. I mean, obviously they want to get the sale. They want it to
Yeah, I
do
get-
before
yeah.
the end of the month. But I'm like, oh, can you do this before that? So if you bring it to me within time, yes, I can. You know, other than that, it's me working till after clock at night and
Yeah.
you know
Oh, yeah.
missing out on a social life
Shite, yeah.
just so you could go home and enjoy your commission.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? And
50
that's
quid
all it
commission,
is.
what 50, 100
So I
quid
just
commission.
I mean, in the early days I used to do it. I'm like, yeah, we can get it done, we can get it done. But now I think, is it really worth it? Because no one's paying me for that extra
Nah.
12 hours that I'm putting in every single day to get this done for you in like 2 days, which should be taking a week.
Yeah, exactly. That's my pay. Like girlfriend will tell me, you know, like the amount of hours I spend at work. Like I tell her, like I'll be home at 6. Like 6 is my home time now. Like I pack up at 5:30, home for 6. And especially now I've just got this new unit. I've been there at 9, 10 at night, and it's like, and then it's because I'm doing the unit up. But before I got this unit, I was at my old place. I used to sleep there. Like if I had like a busy
Yeah.
week, I had like a sofa and anything at my old place. I used to sleep there. Like just do 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock finish in the morning. Then the customer picking the car up at like 8 before they would go to work. And I would there like may as well no point going home. So I used to sleep there a few nights.
See, that's something that people don't realise as well when you've got your own business. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I've got my own business, but I've still got a boss.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah.
customer is my boss.
The
Do you know what I
customer.
mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like you say, most people will say, no, I don't open till 9.
But me, I can't
You're
do that.
putting in,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? You're doing above and beyond,
Yeah.
getting them back for 8 o'clock so
8
they can
o'clock
get to
before
work.
they go to
So it
work.
doesn't impact their day
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. And stuff like that. Because I was that much, I spent that much time at, especially my old place. People used to go, right, so car be ready for 5. Yeah, no worries. And then they'll turn up at like 7, 8. Like, I'm on my way, but then they'll forget, and they'll pick up at like 7 o'clock after they've been to gym or something. I'm like, I don't live here. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I know I spend time
Same,
here.
aren't you? Like, there's exceptions, isn't there? If people give me a bit of notice, oh, I'm running late, or I can't get here for that time, if I can stay, I'll stay. But
Yeah.
I'll say, well, look, if I've got kids to pick up,
Yeah, exactly.
I've got stuff to do.
Your own time. Yeah.
And we've talked about before the people who just don't turn up. How damaging that is to a business.
Oh, that was like, so what I did with a deposit. What was it? I think I had 16, didn't I? 16 no-shows in December. And
It's crazy.
since then, I've took deposits and everything like talking about before.
Yeah,
you
I
need to
need
start
to
doing
start,
it.
yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
do it.
If I don't know what I do, but because I've got a lot of clientele with like monthly maintenance and all that, I don't ask them. But really, new customers now have started doing the
Yeah.
deposit, and it's working. But I feel guilty.
Well, you
Yeah.
shouldn't know because
No,
obviously,
you shouldn't.
no, if they're serious about getting it done, they'll be
Yeah,
willing
exactly.
to pay,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
their
People are
deposit.
paying into commitment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
of course.
yeah.
They're committed then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you say.
Yeah.
Pay deposits when you go on holiday. You pay deposits for
Everything, don't you?
anything.
Yeah, tattoos and all
You
that,
don't
yeah.
get questions, so like you shouldn't feel guilty about what do you got a deposit for? I went, well, because I'm guaranteeing you my work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pay it or you don't book in.
But this time, this slot is yours.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
either
yeah.
that I can put somebody else there. It's like, what do you do?
No, I need to start doing it now. I've since New Year I have started doing deposits now, but I still feel like sending the message saying I'll confirm the booking when the deposit's been made, and it's like a little sketch of it where I'm thinking,
Are they going to pay it? But
Yeah,
then the thing
yeah.
is, though, as well, when you send that, you should feel free then, because
Yeah, I know,
if they
yeah,
don't pay
yeah,
that,
yeah.
then you know the next person. Because I always say whenever someone, oh, can you get it done within like the next 2-3 weeks? So yeah, but I have got a few people who haven't paid their deposit yet. If you,
So you jump in.
yeah, well, that's it. If you
yeah.
pay your deposit
Yeah.
before they do,
Yeah.
then obviously
You're
I'll
in.
put you first,
Yeah, yeah.
and then usually they've paid it.
Yeah.
But the ones that aren't serious
Well,
won't
then,
pay
yeah,
it. Do you know what I mean? And it's
then
like,
no doubt they'll
yeah,
be back
no
to you
waste
and
of
saying,
time.
oh, I'll have it now.
and then even if that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And even if they do pay it,
Yeah.
and then turn around and say, look, I'm going to have to move the date, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm covered. Your
Yeah.
vinyl's covered. The time's
That's it.
allocated.
It's the materials, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the materials and products before. Like, I don't know what your side's like, but with us, it's like ceramic coating now and like pads, machine pads and stuff like that. You're talking like £300-400 for a car now to cover before. So I get that out of my own pocket, and more times than less sometimes where they don't even turn up. So I've booked them in for like a 3-day job, bought the products for it, and then day 2 before it's booked in, they'll go, oh yeah, something's come up, I can't do it. I've got like £1,000 worth of products on the shelf.
Yeah.
What's not been paid? What I paid for?
Yeah.
And like they don't get that side of it as well. So.
I had the customer not long ago to ask me, oh, well, can you not just use it for another car? Or
Yeah.
can
Oh,
you not
yeah.
just keep it in stock? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm just going to hold on to this just in
Colour.
case.
Special
Just in
colour or
case
something.
somebody might
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
in and say they want that colour.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
Imagine
know what I
that.
mean? Why am I going to do that?
No, I get it. I get it a few times because ceramic coating, like I offer 3, 5, 7 years, so it is on shelf generally. But someone might book a car in for a 3-year coating, all of a sudden want the 7, and then I haven't got it on shelf because I've started now only buying it when they've either done a deposit or the car's actually in.
Yeah.
So as soon as, because it's next to delivery now, isn't it? So as soon as the car's in, then I'll order it, knowing it's damn well in. So
Get it out of your deposit.
get
don't
it.
you?
So that's why I need to deposit that way.
Yeah, of course, it's not coming out of your own pocket. I mean, when I first started, I used to do it all the time. You know, oh, you want to book this in? Yeah, of course. When do you want to book it in? Book the date in and everything. But right, like a week before it comes in, I'll buy all the vinyl, buy all the stuff, like the cleaning products, the cloths, whatever I need for that job. And then they might even say, oh, you know, in fact, can I move the date to 2 weeks later? And I'm like, right, and I've got to wait another 2 weeks to get my own money back. Do you know what I mean? Where I could be using this for growing the business, or you know, just go on holiday.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? Just
even
do whatever
safety net
you
in it
want.
as well, though. So
Yeah.
that's what.
Yeah, so deposits are a must for me now, and they are non-refundable. You can transfer them, but because I've already bought the product.
Yeah,
Do you know
that's
what I
it.
mean? And
that's it, yeah.
when I buy the product, I have to sign a waiver saying that you've just bought something. It's non-refundable.
You're right.
It's like today. Last night, I was in a rush ordering something for the job that I need to finish today, and instead of pressing the gloss, I pressed satin. So when it came today, it's satin finished. Do you know what I mean? So I know for a fact I've lost my money on that. I can't get that back anymore.
Well, you won't do that though. Have it sit there. No. Okay,
Well, yeah, but something will come up. I could probably use that in the unit or something. But I know that was an error made because I was rushed at that point, and it was like 5 to 5. The cut-off time was 5 o'clock, and I was like, and then someone's talking to me here, and I've got a phone call here, and I'm like, just do it, fine. And I've ordered it plenty of times before. It was just a stupid human error, you know. But I can't send that back, you know. And if I'm buying like 15, 16, 20 meters of vinyl.
it's a couple of quid in it.
Yeah, just a few. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, there's no refunds. So it's there in black and white as well. So when you're reading your invoice, it says it there. So if you're not committed, don't pay your deposit. I'll get someone else in, do you know what I mean? And that's how you just got to be now.
I think I'm too nice with me though. Like,
Yeah.
You'll get out of that.
yeah,
And I hate asking for money as
yeah,
well.
I'm too.
So
Like,
I hate
all
chasing
pissed off,
payments.
like,
Yeah, like-
massively
yeah.
just like, no. don't.
I've had a few close shares where I've like really like been on like losing my rag with it, but then I think my name in it's this Blake car on top of the sign and outside the unit and everything, and so it's like I can't. But I'm alright. I think I'm just a bit too soft with like the booking side and like
It's an easy thing to change, though, isn't it? It's not a you'll think when you do it, you'll be like, what was it?
And the thing is, the customers that you want to keep, they will understand.
Oh yeah,
You know?
well, a lot of them have said that. I did a
Yeah.
massive, like, I've got like a WhatsApp group to all my customers and like regulars and all that, and they said like, replied straight away saying, no worries, I'll send you one now. Like if they've got like, I've got like a maintenance pack, so then every month it's guaranteed their date every month, and I don't do like, I do it, book it in at the same time. And two guys said, I'll just pay you for the rest of the year, like up front, like done. And I'm like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Well,
isn't it?
Well, I hate that as well, because then
But
you also sometimes you feel, oh yeah, I've been paying for that now.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I don't feel like I'm doing this for anything.
Yeah.
Doing
Or
it
like
for free.
gift vouchers and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's
innit?
why I'd say,
Yeah.
50%, because
Yeah.
at least that when I get the other 50%, I'm like, yeah, okay.
You've got it then, you've
I
earned
feel
it.
like I've been paying again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something I need to look into then, innit?
Yeah.
The deposit side.
See, we've never ran deposits.
Oh.
Never. But I think we're
Even with the bigger clients.
Yeah, but I think we're like more listening to all this going on. We're more commercially, we're more B2B than we
Well,
are.
yeah,
B2C.
obviously,
We're
like
relying
with
on
my
individual
yeah,
customers
you're
where you're not.
I'm
yeah, with
relying
my
on
commercial customers,
corporations
I
and
don't take
stuff.
a deposit from them unless it's like, say, I don't know, a fleet of vehicles.
Yeah.
Then I'll say, yeah, I need a deposit because I'm not footing the bill for
Imagine that.
half of all this vinyl
So we've
until
had,
you pay me 3 months down the line.
we've had times where we've turned up to, like contracted stuff and just we've rocked up and nothing's been ready. We've had a fleet of vans, rocked up, right, you have to have them all done, and then we turn up and they're not ready, and they go, oh, we'll just pay you anyway. So it's a bit different.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, that does happen because obviously it's your time.
Yeah,
You've still blocked that time
yeah.
out for them, so obviously they need to pay something.
Yeah. So it's opened my eyes a little bit listening to this conversation. But yeah, we've never really had to get into that world of
Maybe just
deposits.
try it with like your individual
Yeah.
walking clients or inquiries off your phone or something. Just see how
Again,
it goes.
I think with Valeting as well, the prices are a little bit lower than
It doesn't
detailing
matter though,
them.
does it? It's still your time,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
an
It's
allocated
like your
block.
slot,
My
innit?
my mindset on it is somebody going to pay a deposit on like a 50 quid valet,
Yeah.
like a mini valet or something?
Yeah, if they're serious, if they want it doing, yeah, you're gonna sit there.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, say what
Like
happens
my wife
if
said this about hairdressers.
Yeah.
So she was saying like when
Oh, yeah,
I made
hairdressers
that
take a deposit,
comment,
don't they?
like 50 quid. She went, well, hairdressers do it on 25 quid haircuts.
Yeah.
on
They'll
nails?
make a deposit. So they
You're
know they're coming.
guaranteeing your time. The time
That's it, yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
Your
put
slot,
price
innit?
on time. That's the most valuable thing. If they're
No,
not
say
willing
you
to.
haven't got anything else coming in, and you purposely came in on a Sunday just to do that job,
Yeah.
and he didn't pay his deposit, he don't show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to think of it that way.
Or you've
It
come in
is
on
what
the
it is.
Sunday to make sure you're ready for Monday,
Yeah.
and then they don't turn up Monday. So
That'd be
you've
worse
rushed Sunday
'cause
for now.
that's- yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I've done that a few times. But
Oh.
like, you've rushed a job to get, or like done an extra night shift or something to do ready for the next day, and then the next day then doesn't turn up, or you've done a job at night ready for the collection next morning. You'll come in early again, like you'll be there till 9 o'clock at night, working on it to make sure it's ready for the next morning. Come in to meet them at 8, nothing, and then come 12, 1 o'clock, they turn up. Oh yeah, I had a lie-in. I'm like, I stayed late
Yeah.
last night
And
to
they're
get
like,
it done.
I'll be back at 3 to pick it up.
Yeah. Oh the hell, it's like.
I always get, yeah, just take your time with it, don't worry. Get to the end of the road. Like,
Yeah.
do you know when it'll be ready?
Yeah. I'm not rushing you.
Yeah, I'm not rushing you,
I'm
but
not rushing you, but
When?
yeah.
When?
Oh god. Yeah.
So to round this podcast up right now, what would you do? Detail your car, body shop it, and just keep it like fresh, or wrap it?
or
Yeah.
I
You
think
got
they all go hand in
all
hand, to be
three.
honest.
All three.
Yeah, obviously,
So you
because
get it wrapped. Oh no, you get it body shopped, wrapped, then ceramic.
yeah,
Yeah, you can wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrap ceramic. Ceramic, the wrap.
I wish I could.
Yeah,
wrap
yeah.
some-
Oh yeah. Ceramic. The
I
wrap,
have tried a few times.
you're gonna wrap
Actually.
the
It's
ceramic.
stuck,
Has it?
but I'd never had like 100% faith that it's going to stay
Well,
stuck.
I'll tell you now,
you know what I
I
mean?
ceramic coated my van when it was brand new, and then got it signed and wrapped and all that. And 4 or 5 months later, Blake just flew off in jet wash. And obviously,
Yeah,
it
but
was
that's
my
because you
fault.
didn't come to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, serves you right
Okay.
then.
Done on the stage. I have people coming in. They say, "Oh, I'm going to get it polished and coated." It's like, well, get the dent taken out
But
first.
yeah, I always say that. Yeah.
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 Then
yeah.
go and get it.
Get
wrapped.
all like the body shop
Yeah,
jobs
because
done.
I get cars in and I think, right, this has got a dent in there. So I'll say, what are you going to do about this? Because obviously if I wrap over it, then it's going to be there forever. And they'll be like, oh, but do you know anyone? Just the right guy. So then obviously, you know, they all work together hand in hand, I think.
Yeah, they do.
I think they do, yeah.
And then when I've finished, you know what I mean, I do have a detailing guy who comes in sometimes.
What?
I do, I'm sorry. I'm Manchester based,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's usually,
Yeah.
I've usually used a muff wash.
Oh yeah, I
And
know
they'll
them,
come in and
yeah.
just, you know,
They're
just do everything,
geotechnic, aren't they,
blitz
as well,
it,
then?
yeah. And then they're gone, you know, and
Yeah.
it's just job done.
I think it's. I send a lot of my customers to like other where I was in my old place. Crossroad was a body shop, so I was sending
Yeah.
them thousands of pounds worth of work every other week, and they were jumping back. So like they were doing all the paint shop or smart repairs, and then sending it to me for get it like deep cleaned or detailed even, like, but not ceramic coated because of you have to leave it 4 or 5 weeks, don't you, stuff like that. So I think I've sent a few people to you, haven't you?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I've had a few calls. Oh,
yeah.
do you know Blakey? He's a good man, isn't he?
Yeah. I do, I try my
I
best.
used to think he was called Blake. I
Oh,
used
right,
to think
first
he was
name.
called Blake, yeah, and then when I first had the proper conversation, he was
Yeah.
like Joe. I'm like, all right, Joe, not Blake.
I've had all kinds of names, don't worry.
Yeah.
So I've had, but everyone, even customers now turn up and say, "Hey, you Blake?" And I'm like, so it gets to a stage where I just think, yeah,
Just, yeah.
Yeah, Blake.
yeah. But can't
So,
complain.
right, wrapping this up then.
Literally.
Yeah, we're
Wrap.
wrapping it up, yeah, or ceramicing it up.
Finer details.
We're in agreement then that
We need
detailing-
each other.
Yeah, the
Definitely.
industry just
Work
needs
together.
Yeah.
Definitely, there's jobs for everyone, isn't there? And like,
and there's no need for the toxic
No.
mess that's there online.
there's that many cars out there for everyone. From
Exactly.
everyone. So that's what.
And it's not all about likes.
No.
And
I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to calm down on the detail, on the Instagram and stuff like that, the socials.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Joe and Graham. Where can we find you on social media?
So you can find me on socials, Instagram, Facebook at Blake Carker, and my website is www.blakecarker.co.uk.
And you can find me on YouTube, LinkedIn, X, Facebook, Instagram at www.dentdetailpdr.com.
And don't think we've forgotten about the giveaway. Our winner from last episode of the 3 unique scents is user Scabarus.
Yay.
So for a chance to win this month's episode, the prize is a 50% discount off any D-Chrome or black pack on any vehicle. All you need to do is like, subscribe, and comment the answer to the following question below. And the question is going to come from Joe.
So the question is, what colour was the vehicle that Tim pulled the wrap off?
Thanks, Joe. That was great. And again, if you want to be entered into this competition, then please like and subscribe, and then put the answer in the comments below.
For those listening to our audio only formats, be sure to get involved on our YouTube channel at Talks Up Podcast. Be sure to also follow our socials for news and updates on Facebook at Talks Up Podcast, on Instagram at TalksUp_, and on Twitter at Talks_up. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next month.